The 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against it turned into a big gain downfield quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's complete. It's Smith. And that's short of the first down. So instead of goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Rolling to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Justin Jefferson. An extra point away from tying up this football game. Quarterback. Last drive interception. This drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the
and they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Taking a shot here for Marshall. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. And this one is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
White on the move to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
White's throw pulled in by Marshall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. White, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown! Ja'Marr Chase, 40 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Out to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. It's his horoscope.
And he hurdles him and into space. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big-time play there for the G-men.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Fields. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
You ready? You ready?
Fields on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. Touchdown, Giants. Jonnu Smith from 19 yards away. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
There he goes, right side.
Bring in the second spring.
Touchdown, Giants. Antonio Gibson. 76 yards. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now White with a first down throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The coordinator.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields rolling to his left. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
116 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll roll him this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now White. He'll buy some time right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jamar Chase, 32 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They snap it to Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be? And look at this. Yes, they get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Giants are right back in this football game. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Giants going to go ahead. Timeouts. It's just their